Those are the questions that are more important because when everything is exciting again, everything becomes more expensive. And the ones that built something at the time that there was a recession are the ones that will reap the benefits of it. It happened in 1997 in the Philippines, it happened in 2008 in the global financial crisis. We saw a crash, a very, very fast crash in 2020, and it will happen again. And when it happens again, that won't be the last time, there will be more to come. We're still not fully out of the pandemic. We still have logistical problems around the world. There's a lot of problems from an economic perspective happening in China and the US. And the US is the largest economy. They're suffering right now from one of the highest inflation rates that they've ever seen. In China, they're not scared to lock down an entire city. And when they've locked down entire cities, it has been bad and they haven't really fully recovered from that. People have been borrowing to be able to buy property. In the Philippines, that doesn't happen. You need to have a certain amount of equity attached to the property that you're buying for you to be able to get that condo, get that apartment, or get that house. And then the banks still have to scrutinize if you have the ability to be able to pay it. Even if we don't go into the worst recession, it doesn't matter because a lot of the issues that have not been resolved or that were created because of COVID is what's getting out. One of the reasons why inflation is high is because the US and a lot of the other governments or central banks printed money. They said that it was something that was transitory. It wasn't a big issue until it became a big issue. And what they're trying to do to be able to resolve it is quantitative tightening. Please do remember what propped up markets in 2020 was quantitative easing, massive printing, massive buyback of bonds. Fast forward to where we are right now, there's no massive buying of bonds, there's no printing of money, and that's why asset prices in stocks, in crypto are down because there's no more free money running around. And the mandate of the Fed is to lower inflation no matter if it causes the economy to experience some pain. And if you look at it also, where the pain is coming from, there's some pain in the business cycles, but if you look at it also, it's mostly investors that are getting the brunt of all of this. It's assets that are being pummeled. Instead of focusing on things that you can't control, focus on the things that you can control. I don't know how bad things will be, but I do know how I can save, how I can allocate my assets. I do know how I can protect myself from downside. Recessions are cyclical. If a recession should happen, it's just part of the cycle. But what's more important during that cycle is that what you are doing in the midst of that recession, in the midst of every recession, in the midst of every crisis, in the midst of when everyone's scared, that's where a lot of opportunity is. Or you get to find things that are expensive, that were expensive before, but are cheaper now. If you missed out on opportunities when things were higher, you could use opportunities like recessions in order for you to be able to build something because it's a cycle, meaning at its lowest point, there will come a point where it reverses. It's not a question whether a recession will end. The question that's so important that needs to be talked about is what are you doing while there's a recession, while a lot of things are relatively cheaper? Those are the questions that are more important because when everything is exciting again, everything becomes more expensive. And the ones that built something at the time that there was a recession are the ones that will reap the benefits of it. It happened in 1997 in the Philippines. It happened in 2008 in the global financial crisis. We saw a crash, a very, very fast crash in 2020, and it will happen again. And when it happens again, that won't be the last time, there will be more to come. We have to realize that we shouldn't be scared of recessions, but we should learn how to prepare for it. We should learn how to manage it. And we should learn also not to rely on our emotions when things like that happen. I know in this channel, we talk a lot about investing and money, but you have to realize that money isn't everything. There are a lot of things that are of more importance, and there are a lot of things that you don't know how long you live it. Save, invest, but enjoy life and live it to the fullest. Anin mo yung sobrang daming pera if you're not living for your potential, for your purpose, or for the things that make you feel alive. I guess what having savings and what investments would do is that It gives you options. The decisions that you'll make is not pretty much dictated by how expensive or how cheap it is. It becomes maybe dictated by other things that are of importance and of value to you. Thank you, everyone. For those who don't know, I have a TikTok channel. I post some videos there. I also have YouTube and Facebook if you're just checking me out for the first time. I've pretty much been a stock market investor for the past 15 years, crypto for the past 4 years. I've written 5 books. I've spoke to over more than 10 countries around the world about my passion to educate people about investing. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you all.